Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Green Cities. We are progressing pretty well on this side of things. And over here we have stopped growing a fair bit for a while now. And I'm kind of wondering whether we shouldn't extend this area out here a little bit. So let's see. What is this that we're doing? This is just a standard 2-lane or kind of standard boulevard arrangement. So let's maybe have a look at whether we can keep growing that in this direction. So let's see about, say, something like that. We'll shape it around here. See how that goes. It's kind of okay. What are we running here? This is also the standard one. So let's see about extending the run through over there. And then finally we have this one that I believe we'll need to start making a turn on. So if we do, say, something like that, and something like this, and then we straighten that out all the way to this spot over there. That's kind of okay. So this one, if we keep running that through there, and then we can run a few things. Actually, to be honest, what we probably should do is we should just kind of make that a bit of a turn there, and then do a straight shot in there. There we go. So this thing, however, I believe we'll probably end up running along this direction. So we probably need to make a turn and go into this direction. Okay, so that's some very high level stuff. We can go over the top here, have a bit of a train station. So let's do that. Let's make sure that we actually, let's pause it just for a bit. So let's make sure we actually run our train station. Okay, it's about 6 up to here. Just do a 9 over the top there. Okay, so we've gone over the top there. The question is, hang on. Pull that back. Maybe what we do is we just keep running it straight through. Okay, so we'll do that. And let's see about, yeah. Okay, let's drop that down. And we'll straighten that out, drop it down further, and then we'll kind of run it in this direction and probably have a bit of a a station over here. What we can do is we can actually run an intersection in this side. Actually, we can run an intersection straight through here. So give me something sizable again. Yeah, that's actually going to be pretty decent. I'll run that straight through there. Okay, well, let's stack it up all the way over there. And then what we'll do is we'll finish that off in, say, an arrangement like that. Right, so we did pretty well at threading the needle, making sure we're getting everything nice and connected. Are we gonna get a shoot off of this service road maybe? I'm kind of wondering. No, if you get out of there you can get into this area. I don't think we need yet another service road right there. Okay, so there is, it's a little bit unbalanced, or okay, and what I'm thinking is I think we probably need to do a bit of a radial pattern out of there with the slightly smaller roads. Well, let's do a bit of this. Like that and like that. Like that and are we doing this? Is this what we're doing? Should we actually just run something straight down here? Okay, let's do a straight line straight through there. Okay. That looks a little bit funny. Anyway, what we'll do is actually, in actual fact, let's do that. Over there, and something like that. And now if we do and this one something like this. So that's not a perfect area, but actually it's quite good. I like it. Now let's see about squeezing in a little bit over there, a little bit through there. Something like this. And a little something like that. That one can be straight through there. This one is fine. I think that is probably pretty good. Okay, yeah, let's leave it be like so. What we could, however, do is I'm grabbing this one, and we can run it straight in through there. Hang on, let's do something like this, and then we'll tie it in over there. Yeah, how does that look? That works pretty well, I think. What I'll do is I'll run this one up here. We'll do a little something like that as a bit of a area. Kind of thinking And something like this is probably okay in that area, just to make sure. And then over here is where we'll probably need to go and do some kind of extra train station. Nothing too major, something fairly standard. What can we actually place anywhere? Is there something we can place anywhere? Thought there was. Anyway, maybe something like this, and in which case we will still need some kind of road that runs in there. So from where are we going to do that? So let's see about this. Okay, how far? Hang on. Let's try that. If it's like 4, right? That's what I did over there. Let's quickly have a look. So if I do that and we squeeze in this one, so it is 2, actually 3. So not 4, but 3. So it's a little bit close. So let's get rid of that. Let's try that one more time. 3. No, 3. And we'll run. No, what is that? Doesn't really matter though. But it actually is not zoned. So anyway, 3. And like that. Okay, so if we take off that section and I go back to this. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So we end up doing a station right over there. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so what I want to do is let's actually tie this one in there and this one in there, and then let's upgrade this to look the same, and we'll grab a bit of rail and we will connect these two together, and then now we have a train station on this side. And now the question is, what do we actually do on the other side of this? And do we just go straight across? That is kind of the question. Do we just go do that? I kind of like the idea of just doing this. I, however, think that it'll be problematic for us to tie in over here, but just to say, we're probably going to have to do that. Okay, and give me this one. We'll extend that a little bit, like so, and give me the rail line, and we'll extend that a little bit, like so, and then we'll do another piece of road, right? Something like that. So now we've got the roads on both sides of this station. Pretty good as a as a fairly rural kind of thing. What we can do over here though is I will run this like so, in which case that is probably okay, and we can feed a bit of this. Okay, so we'll run it like that and like that and like that, and even like so. Shall we do a bit of that. And do something like that as a as a point of a little bit more interest, because we're not really going to build on that side, so that's okay. I think that is going to be okay, and we'll kind of leave that be. So there we go. Now we've got a nice setup starting to happen over here, and this will get things a little bit nice and busy. So let's see about running some water. Along this side. And a little bit over here, and yeah, these just about bad enough so that we don't so that these are not perfect by no means. Okay, now run that through there, run that through there, run a little bit over there, run this alongside there. Now tying that in there, run this through here. And a little bit like so. There we go. And do a little bit over there. There you go. So water is on there. So now, my question is, around here I want to do fairly high density. So let's see about getting a bit of high density. Well, that's not high density going to be there. Let's see about getting a bit of high density up and running over here. On that first tranche over there, and then we'll do a little bit of commercial all around. Say something like that, even over there a little bit. Something like that and like that. Okay, so as a starting point we'll do this. I'm kind of thinking whether we shouldn't maybe do a little bit on this one. So we can certainly do a bit of office. And I'm kind of wondering if I don't do a little bit of it. So let's grab that. Let's grab a little bit of office. Well, anyway, that's actually pretty good. Let's just do a bit of office on all of this. Not on that. And again, on this section here, I'll do a little bit of dead-end office over there. In the center of this arrangement, whole arrangement. And then we can do a bit of high density commercial on this strip. From the one side to the other. And they'll start off doing that. Maybe what we do is we pull this back a little bit and we do some more high density, like so. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good starting position. The question is, on a service provision point of view, where is our closest medical center? Pretty damn far away. So what I'm thinking is maybe we do look at locating a sizable hospital arrangement. Something like this. This is fairly accessible for the entire area. Alternatively, if we squeeze it in, oh, actually that spot over there is pretty good too. But if we do it here, we'll give this area better coverage. What did we have over here? A bit of a clinic. Yeah, so our health coverage over here is pretty poor. I am thinking this spot is probably the best. So let's do that. Let's pop a hospital in there. Okay, hospital. Now let's have a look. How are we doing on fire? Doing pretty damn poor on fire too. So I think maybe what we do is we squeeze in fire. Right, it actually fits here. That is damn close. It's right up against it, guys. It's right up against it. And police. We're fairly okay with police, but maybe we'll squeeze it in on this side too. Yeah, let's do that. That is tight, but it works. Can actually put a bit of a walkway through there. Have a bit of a crossing. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, now schooling. Don't necessarily think we need to put the rest in there. So let's have a quick look. See how are we doing with death care. This area is probably not doing well with death care. So let's squeeze a bit of death care in there. I'm also thinking a bit of a recycling center in this area, and that spot there, I think I like it for the recycling center. Yeah, I think that works. However, that might be a bit of an issue at some point. Anyway, that's fine. So that's a good starting point for us right there. And we've got some stuff. Okay, let's get this cracking and see if that all works, or whether we're not actually connecting the power. So let's see about connecting the power across. Are we connecting over there? Not connecting to that side either. Okay, so let's do that. Connect that up. Okay, so things are going to get busy over here. I'm hoping this intersection can deal with it. And what else do we need? We need a little bit of commercial. So what I'm thinking is maybe we grab a spot of commercial and run it on this side here. Something like that. Even give it a little bit lower density right in those corners right there. See if we can't make the jump across. Can we? Yeah, we're making the jump across. Oh, what we're not doing is we're not making the jump across on this side. But now I think we are. Or we've just run out of electricity. Okay, hang on. Pause. What's the issue with electricity? It's not burning, right? Everything is working. Yeah, so our nuclear power plant is up at capacity, so let's switch on one of these things. But I don't think this provides a hell of a lot, so if I switch that on... 80. That's crazy. What does this one provide us? 240. Yeah, let's switch all of them on. Actually, let's switch this one off. Switch that one off, see if we can't get this to grow with a little bit more power. The one thing I didn't think about over here was actually a bit of a bus station or something to that effect. I'm wondering whether we don't take out a bit of this. So let's get rid of these. And and we'll take out that, and we'll do something, some kind of bus station in there, or some kind of station of some sort. What the hell is this? Tram, bikes, monorail. Should we do a tram? We could do it. Yeah, but the tram's not going to do great. Let's just go with buses for now. Might change all of that up later. What do we have here? Small terminal. Something like this. Yeah, I think it'll have to be. Squeeze that in. Ooh, the one thing we need to get rid of is that one. Now we actually have a bus station over here, and it can connect to all sides. Oh, the other thing that we're not doing is actually not providing a little pathway. So switch off that, give me my pathway, and take off the snapping. And then let's run it through there. And oh, actually on the other side, let's make sure to run it up here, and maybe even something like that, and something like this, and we probably can get rid of that. The rest of that's working, so let's grab a bit of routing over here. 8-meter pedestrian path, that's a little bit. So a little something like that, so people can actually walk to the train station. I think that's a good idea. Walking routes, a bit of a park in the middle over there. Let's see if we can add a little bit of a park kind of arrangement over here somewhere. What is this? This is a tropical garden. So if I pop in a tropical garden, say over there, that's pretty good. What else do we have in terms of a bit of a tennis court? Yeah, over there, that's pretty good. And then what I'll do is I'll actually fill up the rest of this with some high density residential. Yeah, that's going to be good. Get all of that with workers. Actually, let's just fill up the entire thing around the back here. And what we'll do is we'll keep doing our little roadways like so. Come on. Like so, right? So there's some easy connections into this neighborhood right there. That is now filling up all the way at the end over here. And we'll also start seeing a bit of traffic appear on this interchange to accommodate that. So that's a bit of a growth right over here. What else do we have? We need a bit more commercial, and I'm kind of wondering about a bit of a commercial strip in this area right here. So let's do that. As a minimum, let's see about squeezing it in over there. Maybe even like so, and maybe even like so. There we go. I like that idea. So we'll get a bit of a commercial vibe right over here. Now, what we most certainly don't have is we don't have any form of freight traffic that gets to this area. The other thing, this is kind of a ridge over here, so we can't actually do a bit of a station. Oh, you know what I wanted to do, and I'll do that as the final thing over here. I wanted to do a ferry connection. So let's have a look. So ferries, that's cargo hubs. So what is this? This is a ferry pier. That's a ferry and bus exchange. That's a ferry depot. That's a ferry stop. So the ferry and bus exchange, how can we... Ah. So if we say do something like that, a ferry and bus exchange, and then what we do is we grab a bit of road, and of course we switch on snapping, and we do something like that. That actually works for me, to be honest, very honest. That works. Let's get our water down here, so we feed that. So now with that, and the other side, I'm also kind of thinking maybe... So now we can actually do a few ferry stops at a few locations to try and get things to work, because that's a bit further distance. We're using buses, but maybe that's good practice for us to just do a bit of... Oops. So if we say squeeze in something like that, okay, and then we actually connect. Please make, no, switch that off. Okay, and please make sure you just connect it like this. And yeah, that can fill in. It's not great, but we can fill that in. And that's a ferry stop over there, so we can ferry straight across there. Oops. I'll want to do ferry somewhere down here again with the ferry and the bus. So if we do that, that one can easily just tie in there. Nice. Okay, what is going on? We've got some big traffic issues going on over here, so let's tie that one over there. Need to get that a bit of power, and somewhere we will have to do a ferry depot. So let's get there, get that ferry depot up and running. Yeah, probably somewhere along here, and what we'll do is we'll tie those roads together. Now you should have water there, I'm sure. You don't? Wow, that's crazy. Power is of course a problem, so we'll have to see how we just feed you a bit of power in the interim, something like that, and then we can actually do a bit of a ferry loop. Now there's nothing we can connect onto over here. Over there maybe at some point. How's that going? As soon as everybody's moved in, we can have another look at what our traffic is like. But at the moment, I'm okay with it. I haven't even hooked up the train yet. On this side, there's something funny going on over here. Why is this... I believe it's this issue that we're having over here. These guys are doing the turn, and they're struggling with it. So I think what we'll need to do is we will under or over this train. We'll have to do that to sort out whatever we're seeing over here. Getting some traffic on this side? Not really. Not really. Let's just make sure that this guy gets his water. And then ferries can be connected, but that's going to be the end of this episode for now, and we will fill up over here a little bit more, fill out over here, and connect our ferries a little bit in the next episode. Okay guys, I'm ExactChaos, and this has been Cities Skylines Exactly. If you've liked it, hit that like button, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you, bye bye.